sort of espionage for the Americans, because this was the time, I think, was it McCarthy was, I don't know, he was a rather funny fellow, and he wanted to know everything that was going around, so our job was in fact to check on all the shipping in the South China Sea. The opportunity there, of course, was to go and see Hiroshima, which was still in a rather bad state after the bombing, and get over to Tokyo and have a look at that. All quite interesting and exciting. I managed to sink a Sunderland by making a rather heavy landing on an engine fell out.
So the Sunderland, was it quite a big plane then? Was the Sunderland quite a big plane?
A short
Very big plane, 151 wingspan, 18 crew, double deck, nice galley down below, and we slept on it. Most trips could have been up to about 18 hours. Yes, on another occasion we were sent out in Hong Kong to rescue a body who crashed to Harvard on Sunday morning. And he'd been picked up by a Chinese junk, which they thought was not a friendly Chinese. So we were sent to go and rescue him. And unfortunately, in getting a bit close to the junk, we knocked one of the floats off. And so that was another occasion when all of a sudden the sun would turn. We'd lost another one. Now it just so happened that the pilot that we got, who was dead anyway, was the son of the managing director of the Hong Kong and Shanghai Bank, which, because of the Chinese situation, then was in fact based in Hong Kong. And he, thanks for our attempt, bought another Sunderland for us.
So did you enjoy your time in the RAF then?
Absolutely, absolutely. Very sorry to leave it really, but again, it came to the place when they weren't going to let me fly anymore. I said, no, I just don't want to do desk jobs. They said, well, don't be greedy, you've flown for 18 years non-stop. What more do you want?
So where around the world did you go? Obviously you went to, you went to like China, places like that?
Yes, well, with the Sunderland it meant that we went to all sorts of places, otherwise you wouldn't. So it was basically anywhere between here and Singapore, Hong Kong.
It's like Asia, around there, around Asia.
Yeah, around Asia, down. We in fact were the people that went to survey the area which is now the Maldives, and later on I'd gone on to Hastings, and we were the first Hastings to land on the Maldives when they got an airstrip there. Yeah.
Sounded quite good. So how long were you in the RAF for altogether?
I was in 21 years.
That's quite a long time. Did you see it develop over time, like all the planes?
Oh yes, by this time we'd now got the V-Force, of course. And at one stage we were support squadron for the V-Force when it was flipping around the world a bit. So I did in fact get a ride once in a Vulcan. And I was quite impressed. But that was a rather strange thing because they were very worried in those days that the aircraft was very precious. So they didn't really want to lose them. So they all had two pilots, and the whole of the Vulcan crew, wherever they went, were kept in a little area by themselves, and served quite different food, and the two pilots had different food. So there was no chance that any of them get food poisoning and not be able to do the job.
So what did you exactly do on the Sunderland? So like, what was your job?
Well, I was the captain. And the interesting thing about that was, of course, if you want to be captain of a flying boat, you've also got to be a navigator. And you've also got to have got some sort of knowledge of seamanship. So there's a special course before you can even start to do that.
Okay, thank you very much. That obviously got quite a bit of information.
Good.